Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading. This is your March reading, 7 of Crystals, options and results. So we're moving from Pisces season into Aries season, and I feel like, a lot of things are being stirred up for you at this moment, Sagittarius. When I was tuning in, I got this sense of somebody stirring the pot, or things are being stirred up, and I'm feeling it in my heart chakra, my heart energy. So there could be a lot that is kind of being challenging for you of late around deconditioning and maybe challenges to authority or positions and status and things like that. So moving beyond old conditioning into and working on things around setting up new boundaries or structures in your life, or putting in work around deconditioning that's coming in. Because we've got this 7 of Crystals, options and results. It's still a very optimistic little aardvark here. I love this little aardvark, and this aardvark is just on the journey going, you know what? This is the 7 of Pentacles here. He's saying, you know what? I'm going to try out something else, or try and do it slightly differently and see what new result I'm getting coming through. So it really feels like there is these investments of your time, effort and energy that might need some slight adjustments, but it's like try something differently or get out of a comfort zone. In some way, you might just get a different result coming through. So let's see what can be shifting and changing. We are moving into eclipse season at the end of March. We do have the full moon in Libra, which is an eclipse, and then we move into Aries. Aries new moon. So we start at the end of the month, we're moving into the eclipse tunnels. So we have what's shifting and changing, Sword 8 Mercury Gemini. This is exactly what I was talking about. The Sword 8 Mercury Gemini is very much to do with restrictions, mental restrictions, breaking free of limited forms of thinking, other people's opinions, conditioning. So this is something that this beautiful little aardvark is like, I can see that I'm being blocked or restricted by these mental blocks, and I want to try something different. I want to try something new. Perhaps you're investing your time, effort and energy into removing those blocks as well. So let's see what else is coming through for you, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, I just wanted to let you know that this is a reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon and Rising. Before I move on to that, I just want to say they're saying about the 7 of Crystals is very practical and pragmatic kind of approach. It's like, yeah, let's actually do something about this so we can make some tangible changes, or see some kind of tangible change. It's not just something I'm thinking, it's something that I'm actually working with so that I can really see it. You have to see it to believe it, kind of thing. So yeah, Sagittarius, this reading is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture, more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Sagittarius. Just trust your intuition, take what feels right, leave the rest. If it does really resonate, you want to know where this is going further into the future and deeper, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. What journey is this little aardvark going on? It always seems pretty happy. The sun is shining, but it has a mixture of curiosity and I'm going to do something about this block that I'm coming up against. And this is what we like to see, the 6 of Swords. Again, very mental, a lot of mental stuff happening inside your mind, and the 6 of Swords is about moving to calmer waters, quite literally. And this is the card of travel. So a sense of traveling to calmer waters in some way. Crossed by the Page of Cups. It's hard to open up your heart to this, it can feel vulnerable. The Queen of Cups, so it's like wanting to nurture your beautiful heart. Again, I get this heart opening, the Ace of Pentacles, but there's new cycles here. And you're getting there. You're getting yourself in a better position, having to lay to rest some disappointments, past disappointments or past hurts. And we've got the card of happiness. We love that for you, Sagittarius. Oh, 2 10s. Very nice. And the 8. I want to pull one more. The beautiful Capricorn Queen coming in. And here we have the Sagittarius energy, this Knight of Wands, charging forward. It's time for action. It's time to take some action, some tangible action when it comes to your work, your health, your general direction. It could be with your relationship, your living situation, but it's time to take some kind of action, start a new cycle, try something new, step into a new opportunity here. Because we do see this Six of Swords here. This is the card of you're in a transition phase at this moment, moving into something new, perhaps testing your power, newfound kind of sense of authority or how you want to be seen as an authority or respected in the world. And this Six of Swords is moving away from the drama into peace, compassion, calmer waters, which we really love. And it is crossed by the Page of Cups. So we see with the Page of Cups, there's still the wavy emotions around. The Page of Cups is messages to your heart, to open your heart. There could be some kind of surprise offer or something surprising that you're tangibly, or person or opportunity that you're tangibly opening your heart to. But when it's crossing it, it's just a message. Your heart is potentially blocking you here because it doesn't like to feel, maybe it is just some sort of a change that you're not expecting. That could be something that comes through. But this is very Piscean, this Page of Cups energy. So it is about messages from your heart, and perhaps it's or messages from somebody that you love that might be blocking you in some way. It might feel like a bit of an intuitive message even with the Page of Cups, but I feel like this is just purely the heart going, it's a bit scary opening up to this. So, but in your conscious mind, we have this Queen of Cups energy. So there might be somebody or a relationship or an experience or opportunity around that you really want to nurture that could feel quite special as well. But in terms of like what's going on inside your conscious mind, this Queen of Cups needs to nurture. It's about nurturing your emotions, how you're feeling, and so that you're feeling emotionally safe, because it feels like there's that's something that's kind of holding you back here from moving forward, and something inside your mind that's blocking you, both inside your mind and your heart. They've ganged up against you in some way and said, no, you can't. It's not safe to go down that path. But nonetheless, this little aardvark is like, but I really want to. I need to. So, yeah, I think that at the base we have what's happening deep down is this Ace of Pentacles. This is the new cycle happening. This is creating the new investment, the cycle that involves a new investment of time, effort, energy, or money that represents the new path that you might be going on and taking around this. So it is a pentacle. It could definitely be to do with anything in the material realm. So it could be to do with work, material possessions, home, money, health. When it comes to relationship, it would be to do with those kind of material things around relationships. So this could be somebody, starting something new here. But Ace of Pentacles, if it is around a new relationship or a new cycle within a relationship, it's something you can see. It's tangible. So it's being seen and heard, or the partner is starting a new cycle themselves. So in the recent past, we've got this Four of Swords. It may be that you've had to take some time out. This represents a big think, having a big think about something. Sometimes this can be when you've got sick and the universe says, sort of takes you out, needs to have a rest, and it gives you more thinking time. It doesn't have to necessarily be sickness, but it's just like, this is very much like having to find a place mentally where you're not being triggered by anything, and just be able to work through what the narratives and the stories and what's going through your mind, and how you want to change perhaps the story that's been going on here for you, and committing to a new story. The Four of Swords can be writing as well. So maybe it's been good to write something down or be involved in a writing process in some way. But in the near future, we've got the Seven of Wands. So you've got the two sevens, the Seven of Crystals, which is the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. And this is where you've managed to maneuver yourself into a better position. You're getting there. You're not fully there yet, but you're getting there. And it could be that you need to ward off some energies, some challenges, perhaps. These could be challenges to your authority or your position or your standing in some way, or just challenges to remaining, feeling like you've got yourself into a better position. So you're getting there. And that's the thing, that the important thing is through the sheer effort, you're starting to see the tangible shift and change. Like, oh, I'm on higher ground now. That feels better. You're presenting as the Five of Cups. So this is a card of mourning the past and feeling that there have been some things that have been disappointing. It's like, how did I get to this place? There's disappointments around where you find yourself at this moment in time. But really what this card is encouraging you to do, because things may not have worked out in the past. There could be all sorts of reasons why. You could even be blaming yourself, or you could be blaming somebody else. But it's saying not to get too caught up in the past and things that didn't work out, or things that were disappointing, or for whatever reason. This is about embracing the here, the now, the opportunity that lies right in front of you. And you can see this character's not even seeing it. They've got their head down, and here it is. It's inside of you, a new cycle, a new opportunity. And so it's about saying this character needs to find the bridge to the present moment and see that there are new things, new connections that are coming in. There's some kind of new feeling or new person or new people in your life, or new ways to relate and connect that you can build upon, that can build towards the new future. And so it's about not being too stuck in the past and embracing the opportunity in front of you for the changes that are coming in, unblocking yourself and freeing yourself from those limitations. So the energy surrounding you is the Hierophant. So this is usually commitments of a longer term. So it could be somebody who's been around for a while. Maybe there's big question marks around commitments, around longer term relationships, how long you want to stay somewhere, how long you have stayed somewhere, and all of that sort of stuff can come in with the Hierophant. So it really feels like, this could be just looking at all the commitments around you and assessing it in some way and going, okay, how did I get here? There's something disappointing about how I've managed to arrive at this point. It's something to do with commitments, and then I'm reworking the narrative inside my mind and tangibly making some changes here. So hopes and fears, we've got this Page of Swords. This page is got a very open and curious mind, and it's about messages, information, messages, solutions, being able to come up with that and be able to work through some new ideas as well. And so some fresh new mental energy. This feels actually good. So I would say that's more of a hope. Maybe there's like, I don't want all these messages, or I've got information overload would be the fear around it. Maybe there's news that you're afraid of coming in. Perhaps there's been news in the past that hasn't been good news. And so that where this character, the Five of Cups, is stuck in what has been disappointing in the past, and they're not turning around going, maybe there's some positive information or news or solutions coming your way with that Page of Swords. But we have as an outcome the tens, the 2 tens and the 8 and the Queen, the 10 of Cups, happiness. The 10 of Pentacles, attaining stability with this happiness. The 8 of Cups, the quest for emotional renewal, letting go of energies that just haven't been fulfilling for you, emotionally detaching from them, and then rebuilding, regrowing, being dedicated to the building stage, the new opportunity that this beautiful Queen is holding this ace in front of her. She finally is embracing it, seeing it, nurturing it, creating a stable place for it. And so it feels like that is actually really beautiful. She's going, I don't want to be stuck in those emotions of the past or anything that's been disappointing. I've got a really tangible opportunity to make a change, build and grow something new in my life that could bring a new result. And it feels good. It feels good. So it feels really wonderful. And here you are, the Sagittarius energy, the Knight of Wands. Okay. travel, movement, action, time to take action and focus on that action. Definitely, this is not the time for sitting around and pondering. You've had that in the past. It's time to move on. You're getting that with the Six of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Both of these cards represent travel, metaphorical travel, literal travel, making some significant moves in terms of transitioning on from those old limitations and moving forward. And so this is very much a beautiful Sagittarius energy, this Knight of Wands, taking action and not being afraid to take the action that is required here. So feeling a lot more positive, which is why, we can feel that this little aardvark is so positive, despite the fact it's come up against this sword 8. It's like doom-be-doom-be-doom. Oh, yes, that's a big block. Well, I'm pretty positive. I'm feeling optimistic. I can move forward and move over that in some way, shape, or form. And like this, I said, this Queen of Pentacles is very practical. So now's the time to take action with some practical things, steps, one step at a time. Maybe it's a great time to set a new goal for what this new cycle represents, where you want it to go, because we've got the two tens there, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, saying that there's attainment of longer-term happiness that's possible with this, but you need to kind of go on that quest, that journey, and commit to it. So let's pull an affirmation card. We have, I'm safe in the universe and all life loves and supports me. I breathe in the fullness and richness of life. I observe with joy as life abundantly supports me and supplies me with more good than I can imagine. And that's this Five of Cups turning around and finding that abundance. Shifting the gaze, shifting the perception, shifting what it is that you're focusing on. Instead of focusing on all the things that haven't worked out, let's focus on making some tangible changes into something positive. The Knight of Wands represents positive change, new cycles that represent positive change. So I feel like I want one more for the affirmation cards. We've got, all my relationships are harmonious. Okay, so we've got a lot of relationship energy around this with all these waters. So it's going to be around how you're feeling. The Hierophant can represent marriages or long-term partnerships of sorts, whether they exist or not, however they present. So it says, when we create harmony in our minds and hearts, we will find it in our lives. The inner creates the outer always. So I feel like this is what's happening here. This is the new opportunity that is something that can bring in. Okay, so let's pull a charm for Sagittarius. Let's see. Okay, the beautiful pussy cat. Okay, and this cat always looks like it's meowing and saying, I'm hungry, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me. It's interesting because, interesting. Like, they're bringing me to the Mercury, Gemini, and the Five of Cups, which is, you can really focus in on the small details, the small things that have, for whatever reason, there might be the smallest things. But the Knight of Wands is encouraging you to look at the bigger picture. So it could quite literally be about diet and food with the cat. Cats are very independent as well. But it definitely could also be just around what is fulfilling you. It's saying, feed me. You're hearing the message loud and clear. Feed me, feed me, feed me. I want food. So what is it that is fulfilling you? What is it that you need that feels like, okay, it's filling my soul, in feeding my soul in some way? Is it love? Is it affection? Is it something deeper within a relationship? Is it something more fulfilling in your world? Is it quite literally you need money to feed yourself? So it could be all sorts of things around this, but it's very much about this Ace of Pentacles is a new cycle that you can be working on, that can bring a different result in terms of what it is that you need to be consuming at this moment in time in order to feel fulfilled, to feel like you're thriving, not just surviving. So this beautiful Queen of Pentacles, what I like about her, and it's kind of interesting because they're showing me what isn't in the reading, which is good, because the Queen of Pentacles is the antidote to the devil. We're not seeing the devil in the reading. The devil's in the details, perhaps, when you get caught up in it. But they're saying sometimes it's just as important what isn't in the reading as what is in the reading. And she's the antidote to all those old energies that have been really stuck, that have been held you bondage in some way. And so you now have the cure for that, the antidote. And so it's about working with that practically, very pragmatically, and understanding what it is you need. It's a very basic need. The cat needs to eat. So it's like, what do you need in the material realm? Is it money? Is it love? Is it a place to live? Is it a good job? Is it affection? Is it a relationship or somebody you can trust? What is it that you actually need? And then it's about breaking free. What are the restrictions, the limitations around that? How can I break free of my own limited forms of thinking and get myself in it's like pole vaulting. It requires a bit of effort to be able to leap over something that's blocking you here. But it's like really honoring what it is that you need here and embracing the new opportunity that lies in front of you. So that's your reading, Sagittarius. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, where we again, when I say again, this Queen of Pentacles is making a very nice appearance in some of the readings, and she's the Capricorn Queen. She likes to build and grow things step by step, with one step at a time. She likes to have a goal, and she's very practical and pragmatic. So you can have your hopes and dreams, which is really great, which is what this Knight of Wands has, exploring into new territories, going off on another big adventure. But this Queen brings it down to earth and says, okay, let's make this happen. Let's build and grow it step by step, brick by brick. And so she's very pragmatically going through and going, right, something's not fulfilling, not feeling right, out. Let's move on from that. Okay. Let's work out what it is that we do want to attain and build and grow. So she's the practical queen energy. There's something practical that you're nurturing, and you cycle around that. So let's see what she's doing. She's getting down to business. So where is this going in the near future? What is she going to come up against? What are the next steps for this divine feminine energy? When I'm saying her, it's just a divine feminine part of all of us. And so what's the next steps for these, for where this is going? What is she going to come up against? How is the universe supporting these next steps? So we're going to investigate all of that and explore all of that in the extended reading. And it possibly feels quite practical, more so. Like sometimes it feels very grounded. So I'm feeling like the information we're going to get is very connected to the element of earth. Like somehow it's going to ground down. We might get an inspired vision. It's going to ground down into, it has to happen. It has to exist here in the physical realm. So we're going to explore all of that in the extended reading. Where is this all going? What do you need to move forward? What does Sagittarius need to make this a successful new reality? So love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. Please click on that link, and please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, how this is presenting in your world. And all those things also help with the growth of the channel. I love reading your comments, but also really appreciate all your support. And take care, Sagittarius.